College. For many high school students, it is just as inevitable as death. I mean, for Indian kids like myself, if you don't go to college, you will die. I mean, my mom's like, honey, you can do whatever you want with your life. But remember, if you don't go to college, there will be consequences. College can be really daunting for most kids, and its pressures spread before, during, and after you've attended college. As a high schooler, you have to deal with testing and the college board. When you're in college, you might be unsure of who exactly is qualified to be there. And after college, you may suffer crippling debt. The college process is like quicksand. Once you get your feet in, you slowly get sucked down while sand gets in places where sand should never be. I still can't pee right. So since the college process seems to affect people of all ages, let's talk in this episode about that process and its problems. Let's start with the pre-college stress, namely that of the college board. If you're applying to college or want college credit, it is impossible to escape the college board. This organization administers AP tests, which allows students to get credit for college-level courses in high school, and it administers the SAT, the test whose score can make or break your college applications. The fucking SAT. Questions on that test are so stupid. Like, who the fuck cares what Jane Austen meant with the word girthy? She was probably just horny or something. But while the College Board does provide many opportunities to students, it has gained a dangerous amount of power in recent years. The organization has a monopoly over the test-taking industry, as it is required by almost all colleges. I mean, it does compete with the ACT, but the SAT is almost always favored. Giving your ACT score to colleges is like putting essential oils on your acne. Sure, it could help, but everyone knows it really doesn't make a difference. But because virtually every student needs to take the SAT and advanced placement exams for college credit, the College Board can basically increase their prices for these tests until their wallets are thicker than my ass after leg day. And ladies, that's thick. And they call themselves a not-for-profit. They made over $1 billion in revenue in 2017, with a $140 million surplus. Calling the College Board a not-for-profit is like calling that thing on a teen's face a beard during No Shade November. Please, Chad, shave. It looks like a squirrel fetus died on your face. Anyways, the College Board has been capitalizing on students' own needs and anxieties by jacking up their prices each year and charging fees upon fees. Just this year, they moved the registration date for AP tests to November from its previous time in March. That means students have to pay a deposit on a test without really knowing if they want to take it, and if a student wants to back out, they have to pay another $40 fee. That'd be like if you went to the store to buy a shirt, but they told you that you couldn't see the shirt before paying for it, and then if you didn't like the shirt, you had to pay them to return it. So fine. I'll just go shirtless. Yes, ladies, that is a totally unedited photo of my abs. Try not to swoon. So the College Board's executives have been stashing their pockets while students are left stressed and broke. Just think about that the next time you sign up for an AP test. But moving on, let's talk about the admissions process. Unlike the College Board, the process is totally fair and unbiased and definitely doesn't favor the wealthy, and Jeffrey Epstein totally killed himself. Yeah, all of that is a lie.
Operation Varsity Blues, an investigation into the biggest college cheating scam ever prosecuted. Actresses Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman are among the 50 people now charged in this scandal. Investigators say that wealthy parents paid the accused ringleader $25 million to get their children into top colleges. The alleged scheme involved bribes, cheating on entrance exams, and bogus athletic profiles.
These parents are a catalog of wealth and privilege.
That's right. 50 parents, including some famous actresses, paid their kids' ways into colleges. They even faked reports of athletic achievements, saying their kids were in sports that they never even participated in. Well, what kind of nerd would be desperate enough to Photoshop themselves looking athletic? But anyways, these parents gave their kids an edge on their tests and applications, all by shoving their money in people's faces. And what should make you even more angry is that Felicity Huffman, one of the actresses charged in the scandal, only served a 14-day sentence. 14 days! Seriously? A black man can be put in jail for years for having some weed on him, but this bitch violated the integrity of our entire education system, and she only was in jail for the same amount of time it took for your Amazon package to ship from China. If you aren't outraged by this, you really should be. I mean, all your hard work during high school could be wasted if a wealthy parent decides to steal your spot at a college from you. But what about after college? The stress should be over, right? The College Board no longer has power over you, and you have your degree, so you're done, right? Yeah, you know the answer.
America's student loan debt is greater than car loan debt and credit card debt. College has become wildly expensive for most families, and yet college is one instance, maybe the only one, when banks will consider a teenager with no credit history, no guaranteed income, and a loan that can run into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the crisis is multi-generational.
Just have a seat.
Serafina Galante is 76. This career social worker got her master's degree in her 50s. She graduated with about $35,000 in debt and owes more than that 19 years later, $38,000.
Yeah, the unfortunate fact about college is that it costs a shit ton of money. And for most students, taking on debt is necessary and inevitable. Some might say that students should just go to the cheapest school possible, but the solution isn't that simple. Many students feel they need the prestige of big-name colleges on their resumes, and some have dreamt about going to Stanford or Harvard since they were young, and that dream doesn't really have a price tag. It's like asking someone to choose Burger King over McDonald's because the fries are cheaper. Yeah, that may be true, but who the goes to Burger King anymore? And clearly the problem isn't new. I mean, look at that old grandma. Instead of telling her grandkids stories about the Great War, she's going to be lecturing them about the trap that is the college process. We get it, Grandma. Aunt Becky is a slimy pile of shit that deserves to rot in jail. Can we get ice cream now? So clearly, the entire idea of college affects virtually everyone. High schoolers are burdened by the stress of tests. Students in college have to ponder which of their peers are legitimate. And college grads have the extreme weight of debt. But there is one common thread throughout the entire process. Unfortunately, higher education seems to favor those with more money. The rich can afford the price hikes and standardized tests, they can pay their way into any college they want, and they can absorb the cost of college without being burdened by debt. America touts equality among its citizens, but how are those who can't afford opportunities equal to those who can? Some will say that the wealthy worked hard for their money, but most of those people inherited that wealth. They worked hard in the same way that Santa worked hard to bring you gifts. Grow up, Timmy. Santa didn't bring you shit. Your father's just trying to buy your happiness. But if we truly want everyone to be equal, we need to make the college experience cheaper so that it doesn't prey on the poor. That means controlling the College Board, being more aware of illegal payments, and lowering the cost of college in general. I know what many of you are thinking. Arj is a socialist. Baljeet has betrayed us. But making college cheaper doesn't make the rich any less rich. It just helps create better opportunities for everyone so that America lives up to its name. That's our show. I'm Arj. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.